Okay, so when we say issue at full market price, what do we mean by issue at full market price? Let us take this example. At the beginning of accounting year, 1st January 2024, you have outstanding shares of maybe 10,000. Okay. And on 1st October 2024, you did new issue of shares of 5,000. Then you have profit after tax x 3,500 and required. As what calculate earning per share as at 31st what December 2024. So how do you go about this? So I give you this. So this is what we call issue at full market price. Now, before we start the solution, if accounting year of a business starts from 1st January 2024 to 31st December 2024, all right, if you have share, you have a share from 1st January. So this share is from what? You have share of maybe 1,000 share. And this share is during the new accounting year, this share has been existing from 1st January to December, right? The value of this share will not be the same as when maybe on 1st June 2024. This share is maybe 500 to December. You realize that the value of a share, the value of this share and this value of this share will not be the same, because those people who are holding a share for 12 months will have their share valuable than the new share that was issued in the middle of what accounting year. So when you issue a new share in the middle of accounting year, these shares ordinarily would have been added. You would have said that 1,000 plus 500. This would have given you how much quantity? It would have given you 1,500 what? Shares. However, for the purpose of earning per share, if you hold your total shares as 1,500 to what? To measure your earning per share, you will get it wrong, because the people there are some shares which was issued at the what? At the middle of what accounting year. Those shares shouldn't value the same as the issue that 1st January to 31st December. They are not the same. So you realize that this share traveled 12 months, and this new share that you issued in June travel only what 6 months. So you realize that the shares between these two shares, one is more valuable. Which one is more valuable? The one that traveled 12 months is more valuable than one that traveled only 6 months. That is what we call weighting of what? Of shares. How we what we call weighting of shares. So how do we weigh shares? You see, this share will travel 12 months, so it will be 1,000 multiplied by 12 over what? Over 12. And this share travel 6 months, so it was 6 multiplied by 6 over what? Over 12. This is how shares are weighted, so that their values will not be what? Will not be the same. So this is how we go. So when you multiply whatever you get, then you add it. That is what gives you what? Your wins. We call this wins. The wins, the meaning of wins here is what? Weighted. We call it what? Wins. All right. So the wins is what? Weighted equity what? Number of what? Of shares. Right. So you take note of all these. All right. So how do we solve this question? All right. So this is how I solve the question. So I start with what? The period. So the period will stand for what? The date. Right. Then I'll bring my shares here. Then I'll bring the month. Then I'll bring my adjustment, if any. Then I'll bring my what? My weight. All right. So let us start. You have your what? Your outstanding shares from the beginning. of the accounting year, you have your what? Your outstanding shares. How much was your outstanding share from the question? The shares is what? 10,000. Here should go the period. The date is what? 1st January 2024. And the number of shares is what? 10,000. All right. So ordinarily, if no share is what is going to be, if you don't have any share issued, this share will travel from what? From 1st January 2024 to 31st December 2024. How many months? 12 months. But let us ask ourselves, did they buy new, did they issue new share? Yes, they said that in April they issued what? A share or new share. How much is the what? New share that they issued? It's 5,000. So that means that's what? There is a new share that they issued. When did they issue? They issued it on 1st April 2024. How much did they issue? They issued 5,000 shares. You understand? Okay. Now, if they issued 5,000, when we add all our share, how much share do we have they issued so far? 1,000 or 15,000 shares. Because when you read it, it's 5,000 shares, 15,000 shares. Now, let us look at the weighting issue. If they did not issue new share, listen, but if they did not issue new share, this 10,000 share would have traveled for 12 good months to December. Along the line, on April, they issued 5,000 shares. That means what you will do here is that this new share will be added to this 10,000 so that together they will both travel to December. So for that reason, what you will do is that then you need to what? Prorata it. How do you do that? You will say that since I'm going to add this share to this share so that both share will travel for the rest of the month, then I'll apportion this 10,000 to the date when new share was issued. So you say that this 10,000 travel for how many months before new share was issued? It traveled only 3 months. January, February, March. April did not end. April is 1st April. So it's only travel for what? For 3 months. So you say that here 10,000 travel for only 3 months because it travel up to when? April 1st. So if it travel up to April 1st, then it means that this 10,000 travel 3 months. So if it travel 3 months, so that they will be added to the 5,000. So the 5,000 plus 10,000 will give you 15,000. Then both of them will travel together for the rest of the month. So if new share was issued on 1st April, when you add it, this 15,000 will travel together. 15,000, that's 10,000 plus 5,000 will travel together. For how many months? Well, from April to December is how many months? 9 months. So you say that 9 over 12. This is what we call weighting of what? Of shares. Weighting of what? Of shares. So when you are done, what do you do next? You weight it, you will multiply. When you there's no adjustment here, there's no adjustment here. 10,000 times 3 over 12 will give you how much? It will give you 2,500. So here, this will give you what? 2,500. Good. Then this one to 15,000 times 9 over 12. This will also give you 1,125. So when you are done, then what you add it. That gives you what? 13,750. So this is what we call weighted. So this is what we call the wins. Okay. You understand? All right. As explained, so please be very careful here. Don't go and weigh the 5,000. No, you are weighing the what? The 15,000 because watch it. You realize that the 5,000 here will travel for 9 months. Right? Well, from April to what? To December is 9 months. And remember, this 10,000 will continue the journey from April. So if you continue the journey from then, that one to what? 10,000 multiplied by 9 over 12. Because remember, we have already what? Weighted it in we've already weighted it for 3 months. So you can equal this what? 3 over what? Over 12 times or times 10,000. It will give you the same outcome. You understand? It will give you the same outcome. But because we've weighted this one separately, then when you are weighting this one and this one, you see the amounts are the same. So you add it. So when you add it, then you weight it together. So that will give you what? The same answer as so please take note of all that. Thank you. So when you are done, if you want to, they said you should find the basic earning per share. They will give you what? Profit. Profit is how much? Profit after tax is what? Is 3,500. Okay, 3,500. So your basic earning per share. What is your basic earning per share? Your basic earning per share will be how much? Weighted. So your basic earning per share will be what? Will be your profit all divided by your wins, which is what? So what is your basic earning per share? So your basic earning per share was 0.25. All right. So this is what basic earning per share at a full market price is. Let us look at this question together. You have Gamma Limited. Gamma Limited had 8 million ordinary shares in issue on 1st January 2020. The following share issues took place during the year ended 31st December 2020. On 1st April 2020, the market issued 2 million ordinary shares at full market price. On 1st October 2020, a further 1 million shares were issued at full market price. The profit attributable to ordinary shares holders for the year ended 31st December 2020 was what? Was 6.6 million. Calculate the basic earning per share for the year ended. So this is the question that we will have to look at. Okay, so Gamma Limited. All right. So the question is what? Gamma Limited. All right. So you start with what? The period, the what? The shares, the month, the adjustment, then your what? Your weight. Okay. So you have it like that. Now, the Gamma Limited, they said they have their, at the beginning of our account here, they have outstanding shares. At the beginning of the Gamma Limited has 8 million ordinary shares. Okay, let us hang 3 zeros. So at the beginning of our accounting year, when is the accounting year? The accounting year is for 1st January 2020, 8 million. So 1st January 2020, the number of shares was 8 million. So let's make it 8,000. Did they issue new share? Did they issue another share? Let's check. Yes, they said that on April 20, the company issued 2 million ordinary shares at market full price. So 1st April 2020, 2 million. New issue, 1st April 2020, they issued what? 2 million, which is 2,000, right? Then let us add it. When we add, what do we have? We have 1 million shares. This one will give us what? 10,000. In April, they issue another share, new shares, new issue. That one too was what? On October. Let's check the date. October 1, 1st October 2020. So they issue 1,000,000 shares. And when you add it, what do you have? You have what? 11,000 shares. So now, after you are done here, so all these things gives you what? Outstanding. So now, how do you do the weighting? So you say that from 1st January to April will give you 3 months, 3 over 12, right? Now, this one would have traveled from April to December, right? So this one, so you have to weight the total, that's the outstanding here. So that one that would have traveled from what? From April, which is 9 over 12. But unfortunately, they issued another one in what? In October. So this one could not travel from April to December, but it traveled from April to October. How many months? April to October is how many months? So April, May, June, July, August, September, October. So September is 6 months, because from April to September is 6 months. Because watch here, the date is what? 1st April, not end of April. So it is 6 months. So April, May, June, July, August, September, right? So that gives us 6 months. These ones travel from what? From April to what? To October, 6 months. Now all of them has been added here. 8,000, 2,000, 1,000, all of them. The outstanding now is 11,000. Now this 11,000 is also going to travel from October to December, right? How many months? All of them now are now added here. So if all of them are now going to travel from October to December, how many months? It's how many months? It's going to be 3 months from October, November, December, which is what, three. Remember, when you add all the months, it should be able to give you 12. So 3, 6, 3. When you add it, should be able to give you what? 12. Okay, so here you go. So you have your what? Your 8,000. You multiply times what? Times 3 over 12. You weight it. So here we'll give you what? 2,000. 10,000 multiply by 6 over 12. I also give you what? 5,000. You'll have your what? You'll have your what? Your 10,000, your 11,000 multiply by what? Your 3. That gives you how much? 275. When you sum it up, what do you have? 9,750. So this is what we call your what? Your wins. We know our wins now. So in a question, did they give us profit? Yeah. So profit is 6,600. So our basic earning per share is going to be what? Our profit less what? Dividend, which is what? Preference dividend, all divided by what? Our weighted or your win. So yeah, you have your what? Your profit was 6,600, all divided by your what? Your 9, 7. So basic earning per share is how much? Basic earning per share is 0.68. All right. So this is basic earning per share at a full market price. Thank you very much.